monster the lighthouse keepers rescued. We hope you enjoyed it. Once upon a time, there was a lighthouse keeper called Mr. Grinlin. He lived with Mrs. Grinlin and their cat, Hamish, in a little white cottage off the cliffs. Mr. Grinlin loved his job. He sang as he polished the light. He whistled as he cleaned the windows. But he was especially happy when visitors came. "I'm a lighthouse keeper, from my head to my heels," he would tell them cheerfully. "Always have been, always will be." He was also a lighthouse keeper who was getting old. Sometimes he could hear his bones creaking as he climbed the lighthouse stairs. One day, Mrs. Grinlin found him against the shed, sound asleep. The next day, she found him dozing with his head under a heliotrope. Mrs. Grinlin woke him gently. "What's the matter, Mr. J?" she asked him anxiously. "Are you ill?" "No, Mrs. G," said Mr. Grinlin politely. "I'm just having a little snooze in the sun."
Had a cat and a very tall hat, and long ginger hair that she wore in a plait. How the cat purred and how the witch grinned as they flew on her broomstick and flew through the wind. But how the witch wailed and how the cat spat when the wind blew so badly it blew off her hat. "Down!" cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. But they searched for the hat, but no hat could be found. Then out of the bushes, on thundering paws, there bounded a dog with the hat in its jaws. He dropped it politely and eagerly said, as the witch pulled the hat firmly on her head, "I am the dog, as keen as can be. Is there room on the broom for a dog like me?" "Yes," cried the witch, and the dog clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone.
Beaky was not supposed to be here. She was lost. No one seemed to understand her. Some wouldn't even stay to listen. From far away, she thought she heard her mother calling. Bring, 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 bring. But it wasn't her. Beaky didn't like being alone. She needed to find some friends. And she did at last. What's on earth? But Beaky wasn't wanted there, it seemed. Then she thought she found the perfect place. And it was. But not everybody thought so. Wait! Some of her friends wanted to say goodbye. Goodbye!
Hannah loved gorillas. She read books about gorillas. She watched gorillas on television and she drew pictures of gorillas. But she had never seen a real gorilla. Her father didn't have time to take her to see one at a zoo. He didn't have time for anything. He went to work every day before Hannah went to school, and in the evening he worked at home. When Hannah asked him a question, he would say, "Not now, I'm busy, maybe tomorrow." But the next day he was always busy. "Not now, Maybe at the weekend, he would say, but at the weekend he was always too tired. They never did anything together.
Ben and Bella on the big yellow digger. Brum, 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 judder, judder, jigger. Bucket goes up, bucket goes down. Digger's big tracks go rolling around. But who's that standing by the tree? Hello, kids, is there room for me? Course there is, Moose, we'll help you. You can ride in the digger too. Moose climbs in with help from Ben. The big yellow digger rolls on again. Moose, Ben and Bella on the big yellow digger. Brum, 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 judder, judder, jigger. Bucket goes up, bucket goes down. Digger is racing over the ground. But who's that racing after us? It's Zebra and Rhinoceros. Hi there, kids, can we have a ride? Course you can, boys, just climb inside. Zebra climbs up and so does Mole. Rhino roars, let's dig a hole. We're making a tunnel under the ground, but what is that wailing sound?
Oh no, a spaceship has crash landed in your book. What a lot of smoke. I think there's something there. Quick, blow on the smoke to blow it away. Ah, it's an alien. Look at that big round head. Yuck. And those wibbly wobbly antennae. Double yuck. And all those slimy suckers. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Make your scariest face and shout, "Go away, alien!" Oh no, it's crying. Perhaps we shouldn't have been so mean. Pat the alien's head to make it feel better. That's better. Look, it's smiling. I don't know what it's saying though, do you? Now we need help to get Alien back into space. Its spaceship is broken. We'll have to find another way. Jiggle the book up and down. That might bounce it back into space. Wow, you bounced Alien high, but not high enough. Try turning the book upside down. Good, now turn the page. Maybe this will get Alien back up into space.
I'm the hungriest animal of all, said the ravenous beast. I'm hungry, hungry, hungry. I'm so hungry I could eat a big yellow house on the hill. Gobble it up, swallow it down. Now that's what I call hungry. Nonsense, monstrance, said the little white mouse. No one's hungrier than me. I'm so hungry I could eat a red boat and a ringing bell. Nibble, nibble, tuck 'em away. Now that's what I call hungry. Hokum pokum, said Marmalade Cat. I'm as hungry as can be. I'm so hungry I could eat a bucket, a spade and some red lemonade. Gnaw 'em, gulp 'em, stuff 'em down. Now that's what I call hungry.
The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew Drywalt. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them. To Duncan. Hi, Duncan. It's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of the other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out colouring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on holidays. I have to colour all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts on Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon. Dear Duncan, all right, listen. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizards' hats, but it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside the lines. If you don't start coloring inside the lines soon, I'm going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon.
Rabbit Foo-Foo. Little Rabbit Foo-Foo riding through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. Down came the good fairy and said, Little Rabbit Foo-Foo, I don't like your attitude, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'm going to give you 3 chances to change, and if you don't, I'm going to turn you into a goonie. Little Rabbit Foo-Foo riding through the forest, scooping up the wriggly worms and bopping them on the head. Down came the good fairy and said, Little Rabbit Foo-Foo, I don't like your attitude, scooping up the wriggly worms and bopping them on the head. You've got 2 chances to change, and if you don't, I'm going to turn you into a goonie. Little Rabbit Foo-Foo riding through the forest, scooping up the tigers and bopping them on the head. Down came the good fairy and said, Little Rabbit Foo-Foo, I don't like your attitude, scooping up the tigers and bopping them on the head. You've got 1 chance left to change, and if you don't, I'm going to turn you into a goonie. Little Rabbit Foo-Foo riding through the forest, scooping up the goblins and bopping them on the head. Down came the good fairy and said, Little Rabbit Foo-Foo, I don't like your attitude, scooping up the goblins and bopping on the head. You've got no chances left, so I'm going to turn you into a goonie. Kapow! The end.
It is a funny thing about mothers and fathers. Even when their own child is the most disgusting little blister you could ever imagine, they still think that he or she is wonderful. Some parents go further. They become so blinded by adoration they manage to convince themselves their child has the qualities of a genius. Well, there is nothing very wrong with all this. It's the way of the world. It is only when the parents begin telling us about the brilliance of their own revolting offspring that we start shouting, Bring us a basin, we're gonna be sick.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to read you my favorite book, which is called Arthur and the Golden Robe. Hello, dear reader, and welcome to the Brownstone Family Vault. Within this room lie artifacts of great power and rarity, collected over thousands of years from every corner of the globe. My most treasured possession is actually this humble collection of books. They contain tales of lands and creatures long forgotten, as told by the people who collected these amazing objects, my ancestors. They include such adventures as Eleanor Brownstone's discovery of the Crystal Kingdom and her subsequent death-defying escape, my great-great-grandfather Eric Brownstone's epic battle with a 100-headed Snake King of Tuckernuck Island, and many others. But before all that, there was the first adventure a Brownstone ever had. This is the tale of Arthur, the unlikeliest of heroes. Born long ago in a small Icelandic town, it was clear from an early age that Arthur was always going to be a bit different.
Hello, I'm here today to read you a story. It's a story about bears, and it's called Peace at Last, and it's by Jill Murphy. Let's have a little read. I'm going to move it so you can see a little bit better. The hour was late. Mr. Bear was tired, Mrs. Bear was tired, and Baby Bear was tired. So they all went to bed. Mrs. Bear fell asleep. Mr. Bear didn't. Mrs. Bear began to snore. Snore, went Mrs. Bear. Snore, snore, snore. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he got up and he went to sleep in Baby Bear's room. Baby Bear was not asleep either. He was lying in bed pretending to be an aeroplane. Meow, went Baby Bear. Meow, meow. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he got up and went to sleep in the living room. Tick-tock, went the living room clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock, cuckoo, cuckoo. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he went off to sleep in the kitchen. In the kitchen? Drip, drip, went the leaky kitchen tap. Hum, went the refrigerator. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he got up and went to sleep in the garden.
This is the story of Egg Drop, a story of the egg who wanted to fly. The egg was young. It didn't know much. We tried to tell it, but of course it didn't listen. If only it had waited. Here is the story of this egg that wanted to fly. The egg had always loved looking up, seeing birds and balloons, aeroplanes and insects, helicopters and bats and clouds. The egg wanted to fly. He dreamed of ways to fly. But the egg was young. It didn't know much about flying. It didn't know anything about aerodynamics. It just knew it wanted to get up high. There was a very tall tower made of bricks on a hill. Inside there were 583 stone steps. The egg climbed to the top. The egg was in the clouds. A bird flew past. The egg squeezed its eyes shut, took a deep breath, took its step into space.
But the ladybird saw and the ladybird heard. She saw two men in a big black van with a map and a key and a cunning plan. And she heard them whisper, "This is how we're going to steal the fine prize cow. Open the gate in the dead of night, past the horse and then turn right. Round the duck pond, past the hog. Be careful not to wake the dog. Left past the sheep, then straight ahead and in through the door of the prize cow's shed." And the little spotty ladybird, who never before had said a word, told the animals this is how two thieves are planning to steal the cow. They'll open the gate at the dead of night, past the horse and then turn right. Round the duck pond, past the hog, being careful not to wake the dog. Left past the sheep, then straight ahead and in through the door of the prize cow's shed. And the cow said, "Moo," and the hen said, "Look." "Yes," said the goose, and "Quack," said the duck. "Meow," said the horse. "Quack," said the hog. "Quack," said the sheep. "Ruff," said the dog. And both cats began to meow. "We can't let them steal the fine prize cow."
Spot bakes a cake. It's your dad's birthday on Friday, Spot. Let's bake a cake. helping. I need some cheese. Can you find a bar of chocolate, Spot? Dad loves chocolate cake. Now we can make the cake. We've already started. Sport, that's enough. Whee! The cake is in the oven. Help me clean up, Spot. I am helping. Can I decorate the cake yet, Mum? It's ready now. Go easy on the icing, Spot. This is the best part. This will be a nice surprise for your dad, Spot. I can't wait. Did you make the cake, Spot? It's lovely. Thanks, Dad. Mum helped a bit. The end.
By David Roberts. This is Bertie. He used to have dirty habits. If Bertie saw a sweet on the floor, he'd pick it up and eat it, but his mum would shout, "No, Bertie, that's dirty, Bertie." If Bertie had a bogey up his nose, he'd try to pick it out, but Bertie's dad would shout, "No, Bertie, that's dirty, Bertie." Bertie liked to go hunting for slugs and worms in the garden and play with them, but Bertie's big sister would shout, "No, Bertie, that's dirty, Bertie." Sometimes Bertie's dog would lick his face so Bertie would lick him back, but Bertie's gran would shout, "No, Bertie, that's dirty, Bertie." If Bertie saw his cat do a wee in the flower bed, Bertie would do a wee in the flower bed too, but everyone would shout, "Oh no, Bertie, that's dirty, Bertie." Bertie soon learned not to wee in the flower bed, or play with slugs and worms, or eat sweets off the floor, or even lick the dog's wet face. But there's one dirty habit that Bertie cannot stop. When no one's looking, he still picks bogies out of his nose, and sometimes he eats them.
The Book with No Pictures by B.J. Novak. This is a book with no pictures. It might seem like no fun to have someone read you a book with no pictures. It probably seems boring and serious, except here is how books work. Everything the words say, the person reading the book has to say. No matter what. That's the deal, that's the rule. So that means even if the words say, "Block!" Wait, what? That doesn't even mean anything. Bluff! Wait a second. What? This isn't the kind of book I wanted to read. And I have to say every word the book says? Uh-oh. I am a monkey who taught myself to read. Hey, I'm not a monkey. And now I'm reading you this book with my monkey mouth in my monkey voice. That's not true. I'm not a monkey. Yes, I am a monkey. Also, I am a robot monkey. What? And my head is made of blueberry pizza? Wait a second. Is this whole book a trick? Can I stop reading, please? No? And now it's time for me to sing you my favourite song. A song? Do I really have to sing a...
Oh, what was that? Oh, we've got news. News of a breaking report is coming through.